Hi everyone! So in today's video I'm going to give you guys a little tour of my condo balcony. I have a few annuals and vegetables planted out here. I thought it'd be a good idea to do a little spring tour and compare it to what it will look like in the future when everything is fully grown out and flowering and taking up a lot more room on my balcony. So let's get into it. So I have a really long west-facing balcony, as you can see, and honestly I don't really use most of it. I have like a setting table and a barbecue on one end that we use to barbecue some food in the summer, and like this balcony table. And then most of the plants are located on the, I guess, southern half of my balcony. So little pan. So I'll just give you guys a little bit of a tour or show you guys the plants that I have growing out here. So on this table I have two planters. So in these planters I have growing some annuals. First ones being, these are marigolds. So I have this color, and then also in the middle I direct planted some cosmo seeds into the soil, and they've actually sprouted. Now I did plant these very late in the season. Usually I have to do these earlier. Hopefully they will become flowers later in the season. And then in the planter behind that I have some Gerbera daisies. And you might notice that there's like a common color theme, plant theme on my balcony. I'm a big fan of the orange, red sort of plants, and I'm a big fan of sunflowers. So I went to a garden center and I saw these Gerbera daisies and I thought they looked like mini sunflowers, so that's why I bought them. And then down here, these are my tomato plants. So my friend actually gave me some of her extra tomato plants that she had seeded, and I gave her some of my sunflower plant that I had seeded. But yeah, there's in total 3 tomato plants. One of these plants are an indeterminate, so I don't know which one it is. I'm hoping it's this one, or I thought it was this one, that's why I put this one in its own planter, but these ones are growing a lot faster, so it might actually be one of these ones. And instead of using a tomato cage to support the plants as they grow taller, I'm doing sort of like I'm using a rope. So I put these 2 trellises on each side of the plants, and then as the plant grows taller, I'm tying twine or rope to each trellis, and then the plants would get, I guess, supported by that rope. As you can see here, only one of the plants is really using the support system right now. Now over here, this is the aesthetic portion of my balcony, and sorry for the noise, this is downtown traffic, there's always something happening. But this is the aesthetic portion of my balcony. This is where I come out sometimes to drink my morning coffee or sit down in the afternoon if it's nice outside. And we usually have cushions on the seats, but because of high winds we usually have to bring the cushions in when we're not using them to make sure they don't get blown away. But anyways, I have 2 of these planters on either side of the seats. And I guess the main reason I bought these planters was because I had decided I was going to be seeding and sprouting lots of sunflowers. So what you actually see in the back here, these are all sunflowers that I seeded indoors back in early May, and then planted in these planters once they became plants. So yeah, back here I have sunflowers being supported by bamboo trellises and sticks, and then to fill the planter in the front, I planted marigolds. So this is the main reason why I bought the marigolds, and I really love the colors of them. They're also, another important thing to note, I guess, is that my balcony is west facing, so it gets a lot of direct sun. So my plant choices were all based on full sun. They were chosen on color because I really like oranges and yellows and reds, but also they need to be able to take full sun essentially, because they get basically direct sun for a couple hours every day. So in the front here I have some marigolds. They also have anti-pest properties. I think the odor that they emit, because they have a smell to them that I like. I think repels certain pests. I don't know which ones, but you know, that's good. I don't like pests. And then to fill in the empty spots behind the marigold and in between or beside the sunflowers, I planted some extra Cosmo seeds directly into the pot, so there's a few sprouts in here as well. So similarly, this is basically the same planter, but just on the other side. You got sunflowers in the back, marigolds in the front, and then this one has more Cosmos back here as well. And then because I basically bought a big pouch of Cosmo seeds, and so I have a lot of seeds. I had this extra like wood planter thing, so I just filled it with soil and threw some extra seeds in there. So these are all sprouted Cosmo seeds. Yay. So just to capture a little overview, this is the size that the plants are. It's the end of May right now. So we'll see what they look like in a few months. So yeah, that was basically my balcony. There's not much out here. I didn't want to take on too many plants, as this is kind of like my first season really trying to grow annuals on my balcony. I'm very excited to see the planters and the sunflowers grow out in their pot, as well as hopefully produce some tomato fruits that we can eat. I don't really like tomatoes, but I'll do something with them. It's just a fun project to take on, I guess, growing tomatoes. But yeah, stay tuned for, I guess, a balcony tour later this summer to see how much everything has grown. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. So anyways, thanks for watching.